Hey there everybody, it's HeroicLegend here. I am doing Heroic Talks! Gotcha! I bet you thought I was going to play the game those in this video as well, and I don't even know if it's going to be yet. I'm fiddling with my controller right now, trying to fucking get it to work. Here's the other slot. I think that works now. It should work. Oh, right, it turned... Sorry. This is not happening. You've gone too far into the video. What have you done? And let's hope this works, because I'm gonna have to fucking reinstall this thing. Crap. Okay, let's try the other one. This is why we have backups, ladies and gentlemen. Plug that in, and do we get the dunk dunk dunk? Oh boy, that's that's not good. That's very not good. Anyway, this time on Heroic Talks, I'd like to talk to you guys about a few things. I actually am starting to listen now. I figure 3 topics should be fine. I can go in, I can go ad nauseum for a lot of these, but 3 topics, 5 minutes or so, maybe a little longer. And the first one off is, I don't know if anyone else has heard of the... Oh, I got distracted for a second. But it's, Snafu Comics are a comic, like, they're a collaboration of, I think, artists and, just, I think, artists, really, if I'm being honest. I don't quite know if they did anything else. I'm getting off topic. Basically, Snafu Comics was a bunch of people who posted up comics of, like, Grim Tales from Down Below, the Powerpuff Girls Doshini, Sugar Bits, just a few, just listing off a couple of my favorites here. And I recently checked back with them. I was feeling nostalgic, and I'm like, I remember reading about a couple of those. I just couldn't remember the site properly. So I took a gambit, looked up the site, boom, found it. And I reread all those old comics with all their updates, and I was very happy to see how they updated. Like, I don't know how all you guys feel about old cartoon shows, but for me personally, I can still say I do think about them affectionately. To list off a few that appear in those, well, at least in the Doshini and Grim Tales from Down Below, I kind of remember Billy and Mandy okay. Like, I remember being an okay show. I often did get kind of... I was a little... I remember, I'm a young man now, so that means I was at one point a little boy, and when I was younger, I didn't like watching Mandy be such a bully. We all have those moments, right? It's not just me, right? Everyone has like, those characters that don't like to see win all the time or get their way all the time, and you're just like, oh my god, just for once can you fucking fail? I know it sounds mean, but it's honestly how I felt at times. But again, that was her character, and that's how they wrote her to be, and I didn't mind it too much, because there seemed like there were actually a couple moments of genuine, I don't know, like, something resembling human emotions, you know. And of course, Billy's lines were very memorable. The Powerpuff Girls, I do kind of remember affectionately. There were a couple of episodes that were hit or miss with me, but I do remember a number of them. I even watched them recently with my little sister at one point. Just like sat down with her and was like, yeah, I remember this being a pretty good show to watch for kids. You know, granted, toddler kids, bit of a stretch, but you know. So reading those comics and their manga style presented, they're very well drawn. I applaud the creator of the guy who does all the drawings, because those fantastically. And I believe from what I've seen, he likes to drop a lot of subtle hints in the backgrounds. It might just be me looking too deep into things because, you know, Dark Souls player, gotta pay attention. Anyway, I've been saying anyway a lot this sort of talks. Although, there we go. For the Doshini, I've loved seeing how they went with it. I don't mind the darker tones, and if you don't mind darker tones for your old childhood nostalgia, then I'm by all means recommend it. I might leave a link down below. Recently on my DeviantArt, actually, I re-uploaded one of the lost chapters that I was able to find the pages for. Granted, the pages were like everywhere scattered, so I just kind of like re-uploaded them on my DeviantArt, so that way everyone can read them. And I of course have links to the original artist, the website, the wiki, everything I could think of, honestly, to help like make these guys grow. Because I put it up there so they could read it, click the links, and then, you know, go to those websites and read it and get it more popular. Because I think, I honestly believe if they do get more popular, maybe they are more popular than I know, but I believe if they get more popular, like these guys will wanna draw more for us and like present us with this awesome content. I'm not expecting anything like a couple of webcomic artists do. You know, that's their for some of those people that's their living. For other people, it's their hobby. You know. But it's a good read in my own opinion. Sometimes it feels the action and stuff is a little rushed, but I enjoy the humor. They have a lot of throwbacks to the old stuff, like a lot of memorable Dexter quotes and cliches, like when you would say Mandark Sisters name and La La Vava, and the lightning strikes, it would happen indoors and outdoors, and they made note of that while using the cartoon antics, and that was enjoyable to see. Grim Tales from Down Below is very much darker, and all the issues they deal with are very mature, despite originally coming from a show where two kids befriended, you know, Death himself. Well, if I remember correctly, the show dabbled in a couple of very dark themes too, but I enjoyed them. I did as a kid. I get my dark sense of humor from it. Anyone who talks to me knows that there's just sometimes where I'm like, yeah, they'd be dead if that actually happened. And I just get looks like, dude, what the fuck? And I just start laughing personally. Some other people join me in laughter, but Alright, next on my little list of topics, bring up this in the new page. League of Legends. Where do I begin? I like it. Well, you thought it was going to be some big old rant, like, oh, I hate League of Legends. It's a shit game, right? It's so dumb not knowing what to do. No, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the game thoroughly. I love the characters. I love the lore. You know, even what they butchered. Do kind of miss Gangplank's old lore, but that's just me. And a lot of other people, but that's just me. It's just me. And I do still like the gameplay. I started recently picking it up again and doing a few matches. I did a match just before I recorded too. I don't necessarily want to record my league matches because I don't want you guys stealing my pro skills. No, because I'm not. I don't feel. Apparently, I am playing better than my league, than my current ranking is. Like, last year I ranked silver, and I just kind of was comfortable there. You know, I wasn't working to push to get to gold. Like, I have to get to gold. I have to get to platinum diamond. I must become the challenger. Nah, because league is my game I play sometimes for fun. And I do have fun sometimes. When I do well and my teammates compliment me, or they're just like, "Are you a Smurf?" I laugh a little and I smile. Even when we have bad matches, but we have those awesome moments, it feels good. Again, calling out to another YouTuber. Well, not calling out, more like praising another YouTuber. But I believe game theorist Matt Pat was talking about how our minds are linked to doing harder challenges, and I'll bring this point back up in a bit, but just League in itself has a lot of hard challenges. You gotta really prepare yourself for what could come, and you gotta also be safe. You know, you gotta practice looking without the blinders on. You can't be a racehorse. You gotta open your eyes to the map, to the little things. I've seen so many times where my teammates will walk into an obvious trap. Or I've walked into an obvious trap because I didn't notice the little context clues in there. Again, it's my Dark Soulsian nature speaking here, but when I've noticed so many times I save my teammates from ganks because I spot those little things on the map. I spot what's wrong. I feel it in my bones. You know, something feels weird about this situation, and I call back or I ping and I alert people. And I'm like, "Don't do this! You could get killed." Of course, I don't type it. I use the pings and the alerts and stuff. I'd like to think I'm a pretty decent teammate. I've gone matches where I don't get many kills or assists or even a lot of creep, but I've protected my teammates. And now comes for an awesome story where for my first Baron seal. We lost the match still, but in my heart we won. So I'm playing as Twitch. Twitch is one of my characters. I have on my one of my Tumblr blogs. I have a list of my favorite roles and my favorite role and who I played in this role. And Twitch is one of my carries because I enjoy his very minor but still I like to feel very powerful passive of the true damage and the ability to get in and out of ganks and also stay from afar is I love it. So we're losing terribly and they're about to take Baron and I'm like, oh, I get mad and I toss in my cast and then I use my E and all of a sudden Baron buff. I'm guessing the jungler smited early and because I had a stack of true damage on the Baron, it went to us. And I just took a moment, I had to be quiet too because it was late at night, but I went, oh! And it was such an amazing feeling. Like that's why I play League of Legends. It's not for ranks or stuff, but it's for those moments that I get to remember. Those truly epic moments where I get to not necessarily just brag, but I get to share them and people get motivated from my own moments and I'm like, wait a minute. Sorry, I discovered I have another small injury. Another little like cut thing on my arm. Anyway, I was mentioning about something earlier. It relates to a personal story, I forgot. Well, basically just know that to end the League of Legends topic, I enjoyed the game. I hope like anyone who subscribed to me, if I start streaming a lot more or streaming period, and if I do some League, I would want to host up custom matches where we play things like dodgeball or hide and Teemo or protect the Soraka, all that fun stuff. And I would love to play with you guys. Period. Now on to this week. So as you may have noticed, Wednesday and Thursday I haven't uploaded. I'm going to start uploading at least 1 to 3 videos a week at random days. So some days it'll be Thursday, Friday, some days it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, some days it'll be Wednesday, Friday. It honestly depends because my sleep schedule is terrible. But speaking of, I might have been able to get that feeling of recording earlier this week, but on Tuesday, my grandmother's modem failed, and we needed to go get a new one. So my grandfather and I set out with instructions from my brother and my grandmother, what we needed and all that. And although everything was smooth, and my grandpa did enjoy my company, and we enjoyed talking with each other while on the train and at Best Buy, I just have to say this: I fucking love my grandpa. My grandfather's, like, the way he talks and the way he does things. Because he has that very old-style fashion to him. Very stuck-in-his-ways type guy. My grandfather's tough. Like, he left home early to go join the military because he didn't like... Well, I don't know if I should be saying this, but he left home early, joined the military, and he's a very tough kind of guy. Very strong. I don't even recall if I've ever seen him, like, really get upset. So when he gets upset, he gets like angry, be it at himself or at us, and that's just who I grew up with. In my life it was my grandma, my grandpa, and my parents, and we'd always see them all equally. So I know what you're thinking, how does it relate to the story? Well, my grandpa's always had this way of speaking. Like, I remember it even when I was younger. Whenever we'd go shopping with him, he'd address female workers as, excuse me, darling, baby, etc., stuff like that. But they never seemed to take offense to it, and that's what I love. These people have a respect for my grandfather, knowing that he's a relatively old guy despite how he looks, and they respect him as the man he is. And respect his ways, and they don't treat it like, oh, that's sexist, or blah 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 blah, because they know where he's coming from. He's coming from the old days where you could address people like that, and it was not met with disdain. It was something you refer to someone affectionately as, rather than a cat call or something like that. And I love my grandfather's sense of humor too, because we went in that store and I didn't know where the modems were. He didn't know where the modems were, so we went to the second floor, and he starts standing around and looking like he's looking for something. And I'm like, Grandpa, what are you doing? And he says out loud, I wonder if I look lost enough, will someone come help me? And one of the employees nearby kind of chuckles and comes over to help us. And my grandfather's like the king of charisma and quick jokes, making people just like him. He's that awesome a guy. You know, this is almost a little appreciation for my grandfather, but it's really how I feel. And I do feel bad for people who don't know their grandparents or don't get to know their grandparents, or people who may have not had as good as family as me. But well, that's why I'm here. Like, when you guys ever feel sad about that stuff, I hope you click on one of my videos and laugh with me or laugh at me, whatever helps you guys feel better, because that's why I wanted to do this channel. I want to help people laugh. I want to help people smile. I want to make people throughout their day just they know HeroicLegend might have posted something because they got they hooked up their phone to their Gmail, and it's like, oh, HeroicLegend posted a video, I better go home and check it out because I want to laugh a little bit. And if even one person has at least laughed at my stupidness on this channel, then I've done a good job, and I am proud of what I've done, and I do not regret it for a second. And that is the honest to God truth. I don't know if I've said it before, if I've said it 1,000 times, but the point is that's entirely how I feel. So I must thank you guys for sitting through another Heroic Talks with me. I do enjoy doing these a lot because I just like talking to you guys, and sometimes when I do my randoms or my Let's Play, I get distracted by the gameplay and sometimes by just trying to be funny and make jokes, and I just do want to talk to you guys sometimes and not get off topic because the game has distracted me, or I've distracted myself, as is a common occurrence, or I'm using a joke from a previous episode. Anyway, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will more than likely see if I can stream at some point, and I will of course leave a notice on my YouTube and Tumblr and Twitter and all those good things so you guys know. But again, thank you all for watching. Laters.